I'm back, baby, where the love? Folks, it's good to be back. Hello and welcome to Kuda's Kitchen. It's your first time here, welcome to the greatest, baby. If it's your first time here, please do like, subscribe and comment. I promise you I'm going to give you guys quality content throughout the whole of 2021. Guys, a pandemic cannot stop me. There's the road to 1,000. Folks, as soon as I hit that 1,000, I need to throw a party somewhere somehow. I don't know where, I don't know how. I just need a party, even if it's a one-man party. Popping some sparkling non-alcoholic champagne, so be it. I need to celebrate. So Oaks, it's good to have you back. It's good to be back. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus towards the end of the year. Guys, the end of the year was a little bit of humor, so it was a little bit of, a little bit of fun times, this, that, and the other. I'm here, it's the new year, I'm here to give you new content. I promise you it's going to be exciting, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be new. Oaks, I cannot wait for you guys to see what I have in store. For today's episode, right, I'm going to give us something really, really simple, something really, really flavorful, something that I thought, just something lighthearted just to start off the year. Guys, I always saw corn dogs in movies, specifically in these like baseball movie kind of vibes. They're always selling them there by the stadium, and I was like, okay, this looks like quite a nice food. Looks really simple to make, but like, what is it? Like, how do they make it? What's involved? What are the flavors? What are the ingredients? So I was like, nah, let me share that with you guys, just as part of the Around the World series. Obviously now we're in North America, so we might as well just push on with North America. This is the last dish I'm doing for North America. And we're moving forward to Europe. That's when things get exciting. I've got so many dishes lined up for the Europe series. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very fancy. I'm going to show you some skills that I've just learned over the last 2 or so months just by, me doing research and so on. I'm just going to show you guys the process. It's actually very simple. It's pretty much just deep frying with, a batter that you create on the side, on top of a vienna and a skewer. So yeah, it's not going to be very complicated. I like the simplicity of it. I don't have to explain too much as well, but I do want to just touch on the history of corn dogs as well. I think that could be quite interesting. But without further ado, let's get to it. Again, guys, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for subscribing thus far. The journey is just getting started. As soon as we hit that 1,000, we're growing exponentially. You get me? Alrighty. Corn dogs, which were patented by Stanley Jenkins in 1927, are considered as America's greatest food invention. So much so that the 225-calorie snack has its own official day, marked as the 19th of March. If you're looking to stand out on that day, you can even purchase maple-scented corn dog jewelry. Yep, jewelry for about $30 a piece. So all our dry ingredients are mixed. So I'm going to give that a good mix, and then next we're going to start adding our wet ingredients. So it's just 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of buttermilk, and then we'll move on to the next steps. Ew. Okay, so now that the batter's mixed, it's time for the star of the show, the smoked vienna, a delicacy in South African cuisine. So I'm just going to cut these in half. It's going to be really simple. And then I'm going to stick them onto these skewers. Then I'm just going to lightly coat them, or lightly coat the outside in flour. Then I'm going to move on to this mixture that I've made, dip them in there, and then they're going to go straight into the deep fryer for about 6 to 8 minutes. So let's get started. Now that we've got everything on the skewer, just looks pretty chilled, it's time to now deep fry. So we're going to deep fry for about 6 to 8 minutes, consistently turning. Before we deep fry, I need to actually coat these in flour. A tablespoon of flour should be fine, just a light coating. I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'll show you that now. So we're just going to lightly coat these, right? Something that looks like this.
very lightly, easily coated. Then put them aside, and then just continue doing this process for some time. So I'm happy with the temperature. So let's get the rest of these done. Just, you know, lightly coat it, and then remove remove anything extra. In. Okay, so these are done.
All right, it's time for my favorite part of the show, the taste test. Let's go. Okay, so this is the dog. I think they came out looking pretty cool. Let me just do a quick review before we get into it. They came out looking quite nicely, but it was trial and error throughout the entire process. So it's like, started off, my oil was too hot and I had too little baking powder. So it was pretty much just a Vienna with like, almost like a pie crust on the outside. So I was like, interesting. Looks pretty nice. Like this could be nice for pastries, but not for this in particular. So I was just like, no. Let me just tweak the recipe a little bit. So I add a little bit more baking powder, added a tiny bit more buttermilk as well, and then the magic started to happen. This thing started rising really, really nicely. As the temperature of my oil also dropped, it started, you know, becoming golden instead of just burning straight off the top. Like the first three, they were toasted. They were absolutely finished. So I was just like, okay. So let's just have the taste test. Really simple, like tastes good, crunchy, it's a nice snack. It adds additional flavors to what a normal Vienna obviously would taste like. They look good. They're really good. The only thing that throws you off a little bit is just how soft the Vienna becomes. I don't know if that's a result of the actual brand I used, or if I overcooked the Vienna, or if it's just how Vienna would taste if it were deep fried. So I'm still trying to figure that out. It's a very different taste on my tongue. This would be a very nice addition if you're just having, you know, finger snacks with a couple of friends. So this brings us to the end of the episode. This was the hardest part, is letting go, not taking part. Unfortunately, we've reached the end of the episode, but guys, thank you so much for watching. I've got a video coming next week, of course, and the next and the next. And I say this until it doesn't happen. Please hold me accountable, Oaks. Consistency is too much. Hold me accountable. I'm gonna get it done. Next week we're finally moving into Europe. I want to try some, you know, standard European dishes, but I also want to look at the fine dining aspects of everything. I really want to get very historical with it. I think it's gonna be quite a lot of fun. So it's starting a new chapter next week. To ending this one off, it's been fun being in North America. I've learned some very interesting things. But yeah, let's keep it pushing, let's keep it moving, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I will see you Oaks next week. Let's go.